Hi, I'm Booth Parker, and today on the 12 Days of Christmas Cooking, we are going to make a comfort food side item. We are going to make homemade mac and cheese. Now I know it's really easy to make the one out of the box, but this one is almost as simple and it's so much better. So we are going to start with one box, 12-ounce box of rotini, and 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is half a block, 2 cups of sharp cheddar, which is one of these bags. We will need 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan, and then 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. So the first thing to do is to get the pasta cooking. You want to cook it as directed, strain it, but do not rinse it. All right, so here is the hot and drained cooked pasta. I'm gonna put it right into this bowl. I did put the 4-ounce block of cream cheese into the bowl before I put the pasta in so that it would melt with the hot pasta on top of it. So if the cream cheese isn't real soft, you're probably gonna wanna do that. And then kind of toss it around for a minute and let the heat soften up the cream cheese before you put the other ingredients in there, and then we will move on to the cream and the other cheeses. Okay, so I've stirred in the cream cheese. It's melted from the heat of the pasta. So now I'm going to add my other ingredients. So I've got the 3/4 cup of heavy cream I'm gonna pour in, and then 2 cups of the sharp cheddar. Remember, these bags are right at 2 cups. So I'm gonna pour that right in. Go ahead and start mixing this before I add the Parmesan. Sometimes it's easy to spin the bowl as you're doing this. Get it nice. Just mix through really well blended so that it cooks evenly. The cheese is evenly distributed. Okay, so now we're going to do the Parmesan. So we do 3/4 of a cup. These bags are 1 1/4 cups. So I'm going to measure out the 3/4, if I don't spill it all first. Okay, so there's the 3/4. And I'm gonna stir this in just like I did the other. If you want to finish off the bag, you can always top this with the leftover Parmesan once you get it in the casserole dish. Okay, so I have this really well mixed and blended, and now it is time to put it into the casserole dish to bake. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 350. And then we're going to do a little cooking spray right into the casserole dish. Just helps with cleanup. And going to just pour this right in to your casserole dish. Now I am using a 9x9 casserole dish. This recipe really fills that up. You don't quite need a 13x9, so if you have one that is a little in between the two sizes, that will work great. All right, so here we have this, and as you can see, it has filled up this 9x9 casserole dish right to the top. I am going to use this little bit of leftover cheese and just sprinkle it over the top. Just like that. Can't really have too much cheese, right? So now it is ready to go in the oven. To bake this, I'm going to cover it in foil. Since it's really full to the top, I am going to spray a little bit of the cooking spray on the foil so that this cheese, as it melts, doesn't stick to the foil. Would definitely recommend doing that. I'm going to put it in the oven once it's covered and bake it at 350 for 30 minutes. And then after about 30 minutes, I'm going to take the foil off and let it continue cooking another 5 minutes or so, and it'll get nice and brown on top and will be bubbly hot and delicious. And here we have a delicious dish of mac and cheese.